Yo, what's going on, my heroes, my villains, my fellow Broadsiders, and everybody else on YouTube? It's your bromie, the Gale, back at it again with another Broadside video. Ooh, bones up. Okay, y'all, so a lot of stuff went down yesterday, and I want to explain it to you as I saw it on Twitter, and then I'm going to read the official report of what happened. So let's get started. So Broadside NFT, the Broadside Twitter page tweeted, "We're sick of this. No more excuses. We're gathering tomorrow to take action. Enough is enough. Free energy is a human right. We intend to make it so. Be ready. More info in the AM." So that was about 2 days ago. So fast forward a day or so, and Broadside tweets, "Good morning. Today's the day." All right. So they retweeted Vector Meldrew. "Free energy is a human right." Now, here's the Broadside again. 54 Broadsiders have joined forces with the Invisible Hand at City Hall to march on Prota headquarters and demand the U.S. signs the ACCRA protocols to give the people the free energy they deserve. UN? So then Broadside tweets the Broadsiders that were in attendance. So you can see the Broadsiders right here. And, there they are, the fam, the gang. Shout out to everybody. These are all the Broadsiders that attended the protest, only 54 of them, So let's scroll up. So an hour later, Broadside tweets, "If you are at the UN Plaza, get out of the area now. At least 2 Broadsiders are dead. Get out now." So, if we scroll back up, Matt Mason tweets, or Broadside retweeted Matt Mason, "54 Broadsiders downtown. I don't like this. It's not safe." All right. So as we scroll up, Broadside tweets, 12 more are gone. This is not a drill. Get out now." So let's take a look at the comments and see what people are saying. So you got people, a little worried, Sora types, "Oh my God, we're dropping like flies. 52 down to 40. As you could, So, Richie NFT says, "I'm so confused. What's going on?" Harley Yaki says, "NGIC took a pretty good hit trying to get down there today." Yep. Yeah, okay. So we got the fam. The fam was a little worried today. Yeah. All right. So, let's back out. So Broadside retweeted Walm's "delist or die" at Broadside. Okay, so that's basically how it went down on Twitter. And we do have an official report. So I think I should read that to you guys, right? Let me read that for you guys. So this is straight from DYOR, a trusted media source. "San Francisco protest massacre. At least 54 people killed, officials say." By John Lee, Legacy, Yargan, and Lisa VV. DYRO News. Updated at 12:06 p.m. ET, November 23rd, 2029. San Francisco, DYOR. A clash between protesters, police, and a team of experimental security robots on 11/23 have left at least 54 people dead and many others wounded at a demonstration in downtown San Francisco. Many suffering mysterious burn injuries. Several eyewitnesses are blaming the carnage on the SFPD, while the SFPD have issued a statement blaming a handful of violent extremists in balaclavas and jaw protectors, who say they started some kind of fire during the demonstration. The city's mayor, Ellis Mbe, has called for peace. 54 were killed in the seemingly spontaneous violence that erupted close to City Hall this afternoon, leaving the nation in shock. DYOR will update this story as information comes in. So we have some latest developments posted at 12:33 p.m. ET. A spokeswoman for SFPD has issued a statement saying at least 8 of the dead were known anti-government extremists, all of whom are armed or were armed. President Shook has offered condolences and assistance in the investigation and is monitoring the situation closely, the White House said. Eyewitnesses told a DYOR producer that violence erupted when the SFPD clashed with protesters as they gathered to march close to City Hall. Police arrived on the scene shortly afterwards. It is still not clear if the police or the protesters started the fighting that led to the fire. A team of experimental security robots known as Marshals, a new initiative being tested by the SFPD and technology company Prota in San Francisco were present. All right, let's go to the other page. At the protest, the robots are being credited by Prota with bringing an end to the tragic clash between the police and the protesters. So we have a map here of, basically the major locations. A protest march on Prota's corporate headquarters was scheduled to start at 1 p.m. PT at UN Plaza, blocks away from the City Hall. There was already a heavy police presence in the area when the gunfire broke out. Police were working alongside Prota's force of Marshall security robots. A Prota spokesperson, Prez Tortuga, issued a statement saying the company was devastated and their thoughts and prayers are with the victims' families. Prota was to be the focus of the protest, organized by a pressure group known as the Invisible Hand. The Invisible Hand claims Prota has stood in the way of the U.S. signing the ACCRA protocol, a legally binding international treaty which would have far-reaching implications for the U.S. economy. The worst of the fighting occurred in the park just outside City Hall, known as Civic Center Plaza. Joe Florida, a journalist who was there, told DYOR, "We all dropped to the floor when it started. People were falling all around us like they were on fire, but there was no flames. It's hard to explain. It was carnage." Last page. DYOR reporters on the ground, citing local officials, said some of those suspected of instigating the violence were still at large. Local resident Carlos Corona was dining close to Civic Center Plaza when the violence started. He told DYOR, "Suddenly we heard the pop of gunfire and glass breaking. We ducked under the table," he said, "but it wasn't guns. People were running and screaming. I think there was some kind of fire. A lot of people were in agony, like they were burning." Deputy Mayor Kevin Lima told DYOR, "The death toll is likely to rise. We are facing an unknown and historic situation," he said. Many people took to social media calling for Chief of Police Arthur Applewhite to resign. A growing number of people also expressed the desire to see Marshall security robots armed with non-lethal weapons replacing human police in the wake of the massacre. The San Francisco streets are deserted tonight. The authorities are asking people to stay inside and stay away from the downtown area until it is secure. Traffic on the Metro, BART, and PRT systems have been suspended following the attacks. Market, Street, and downtown area are closed to traffic at this time. The SFPD is launching a terrorism investigation. According to the sources, the SFPD itself, as well as the Invisible Hand, are likely to be investigated by federal authorities. Both the Invisible Hand and the SFPD have denounced the violence on Twitter. Bay Area rapper and activist Zero MC, one of the organizers of the protest and founding member of the Invisible Hand, was leading the march down Market Street towards Prota headquarters when he heard screaming. He spoke to DYOR for a few hours after the attack. Everybody either ran or hit the deck as soon as the fighting started. "We don't know which way the threat was coming from," he said. "This was one of the most horrifying examples of political violence ever seen on American soil. Those responsible for what happened today will pay. There will be consequences." Okay, so that was the official report. So what actually happened was Broadside, they bought 54, or was it 52? 54 Broadsiders off the floor on OpenSea, and they all ended up in this wallet right here, the Invisible Hand protest. So there were once 54 Broadsiders here, and now only one remains, along with the Grill Gains NFT. So this last Broadsider is named Lalingo, and I believe he is being detained. All the rest of the protesters have died or are missing from the protest. So Lalingo is still in custody, and there are Broadsiders, doing what they have to do to get him out. They are making noise. They are causing a ruckus. They are trying to free Lalingo. So that is the situation at hand right now. So if we go to, if we go to the Broadside collection real quick, you will notice that there are only 7,236 total Broadsiders now. There was once 290. So 53 Broadsiders have been burned from the total collection, never to be seen again. So that is what basically happened. So if you have a Broadsider on the floor right here, it is not safe. Who knows when the next event will happen where, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically what happened. That's basically what happened. So with that, I think we can move on. And that's the video, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you learned something or enjoyed the content, feel free to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing for more Broadside content like this. So yes, the story has begun. If you couldn't tell, 54 Broadsiders, the ones we are looking at right now, they will never be seen again, for they have been burned from the protest. Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers. But this project is already starting off very interesting and very engaging. And if you didn't know before, now you have a better idea of what's kind of going on here. And like I said, they're just getting started. There's more to come. And the first story NFTs haven't even been dropped yet. So stay tuned for that. So once again, shout out to the fallen soldiers. And with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say ever is financial advice, because I am learning just like you guys. I am just your friendly neighborhood genius. Ha ha ha. Sharing his thoughts and opinions on interesting projects like Broadside. So take everything that you hear from me with a grain of salt, because things could change. And with that, thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Until then, peace out and not strong, and remember that not all heroes wear capes. Later.